What's going on, Facebook? Say hi when you hop on here. I'm not going to take too long. Hope everyone is having an awesome morning. I wanted to talk about patience and consistency. And me and Copper here are just leaving La Ronge, Saskatchewan. La Ronge is where I grew up, and for most of my childhood until I was 18. And for those of you that don't know, I lived on my own since I was 13 years old. And when I turned 18, I saved up enough money out here to leave La Ronge and go out to Alberta, and ended up in Swan Hills, Alberta. Anyways, me and Copper have been visiting here for about 3 weeks now. I got to spend a lot of time with my mom and visiting some other family and catching up with some friends and stuff. But just thinking, patience and consistency. Like when I was, 13, 18 years old, I didn't, what I was doing and like the distance between where I was, because I didn't grow up, financially stable or nothing. I worked, I had to drop out in grade 9 just to work to pay the bills and eat. If you're hopping on here, just say hi, good morning, catch a replay, whatever. And like looking from where I was to where I am now, I've accomplished a lot, and I've made I made huge moves since I left here. And when I revisited this place and went around and seen the stuff that I was doing when I was a kid and all this stuff, my life has changed dramatically since I left here. And I wanted to talk about patience and consistency because it doesn't matter what goals that you have set or where you're going in life. If you apply patience and consistency to anything, you will succeed. And it doesn't matter, a lot of people just don't start on their goals or start going after them, or they'll do it for a little bit, then they'll drop off. But like if you stay consistent, doesn't matter how small the step is or how little you're doing every day, over time it's going to add up and it's going to be something, right? And it was no difference than my online business I've been doing for 3 years. I didn't have very fast success with it because I was working 12 to 16 hours a day. But for a lot of people that look at this business and they say, I don't have time to do it. And I say that's BS, because I didn't have I could have used that same excuse as well, to not do this business. But I knew, working at 12 to 16 hours a day, if I put in, 20 minutes, half an hour every day, 10 minutes a day even, I knew that over time it was going to add up to something, right? And one of the things that I've learned from fishing was patience. Because you go out fishing, you don't know when you're going to catch fish. You don't even know if you're going to catch a fish, but you go and you stay consistent on fishing, and things can happen just like that, right? So I want to talk about patience and consistency, because how I grew up and where I was in the state that I was, and for me to get where I am now, where I'm now able to run my business full time and be able to travel and go camp and fish and visit wherever I want, whenever I want, while creating income. It's amazing. But it would have never happened if I never stayed patient and consistent with my business, right? So that's one lesson, huge lesson that I wanted to share everyone was what I've applied to my life and my business. And if you would apply patience and consistency to anything that you want in life, you will succeed. Just stay moving, because it doesn't matter how big or small the steps are. Over time, it'll add up, and it'll get to you to where you want. Sorry, I'm just driving right now, so I don't really want to read out comments. But yeah, like that was kind of the value that I wanted to share with you, and it really opened my eyes when I came and visited La Ronge again, and see where I grew up and everything like that. And yeah, and like really there's no excuses of why you can't still accomplish a lot in life, right? You know, I moved from La Ronge 7 years ago, and 7 of those years I was in the oil field, right? And you know, I've accomplished a lot in the oil field. Don't get me wrong, it gave me a whole better life than where I grew up and what I was doing, and I'm grateful for the oil field. But you know, for me to apply less than half of that time into my online business, I'm now able to do full time and live off of and not have to be anywhere at any time. I don't have a schedule. I can't even plan a week from now because I just go with the flow now, right? And it's super fun and amazing. But yeah, like what I was able to accomplish with my online business just by putting in a little bit of work every single day, over time it added up, right? So I hope you got value from that. If you did, please like it. If you're catching the replay, please comment replay. I love seeing, you know, people watching this afterwards and getting value and enjoying these, because, you know, eventually, you know, years from now, I want to, you know, all these lessons that I'm learning and I'm applying and that I want to share with you guys. Eventually, I want to be a motivational speaker to motivate people that are in a rough situation or think the situation you're in is never going to change. You know, I want to motivate you to, you know, overcome that thought and really just stay patient with where you're at, because it will pass. But if you stay consistent on the direction you want, eventually you're going to move. You're going to get there, or you're going to be a lot closer than you were if you didn't, right? So yeah, I hope everyone's having a wicked day. I'm not really sure what day it is. Oh, it's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I'm just leaving La Ronge, and I'm heading to Alberta. Copper's in the back there. We got all this stuff packed. And yeah, we're heading out to Alberta for about a week. And then from there, I'm going to be heading to BC and doing a lot of camping and fishing. And yeah, and doing the things that I love while I'm running my online business, right? So love and appreciate all of you. Thank you for hopping on. If you did comment, I'll read it after and I'll reply back to you. I want to shout out to everyone that hopped on. I could see quickly Ryan Collins, Blaine Bird, Lynette. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you for watching. And like I said, if you did get value from this, like it. If you want to share it, share it. And yeah, I love and appreciate all of you, and I hope to be doing more of these and sharing more value to you guys. All right, see you later. How do I turn this?